So one for you and one for the Treasurer. For you on housing, what are you going to do about NIMBYs? And to the Treasurer, the PFO showed only about $1 billion in spending that wasn't in the budget. Where is the $2 billion in grants and the $8 billion in loans and equity for housing actually coming from? What are the offsets to pay for that?
We support appropriate housing, and that includes appropriate medium density housing. In my electorate, probably the best example is a MOVAC development on the corner of Livingston Road and Marrickville Road that's won awards, where there was increased density and height as it goes down the hill. The number of floors goes up. It has affordable housing in there, and it has a library that was rebuilt. It's the old Marrickville Hospital site, a great example of where you take a site that's changed in use, you build housing that is a mix of private housing and affordable for essential workers, a library. That's how you deal with it. You deal with it by arguing your case. It stands in stark contrast to the Greens members there in places like Griffith who talk about housing but have never seen a house that they want built. This place here, one knocked over, two built. Entirely appropriate housing. That's what we're doing. This isn't theoretical. We are rolling it out here. It's real. It's behind you, and there'll be people living in these homes in just a matter of months. Treasurer.
Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Katina. A large portion of the announcements that we have made were already budgeted for in the budget, as you know, and where we've made additional announcements, we've made clear how much those new policies cost. And that's the difference, again, between the responsible, methodical, considered approach that we've taken, contrasted with what the Coalition is doing. We still don't know, I'll get to that, Katina. We still don't know how much the Coalition's long lunch policy costs, and they announced it a long time ago. We still don't know what their secret cuts will be to pay for their nuclear reactors and what that means for Medicare and for pensions and payments. And so we've been releasing the cost of our policies as we go, a large amount of that already accounted for in the budget. Where there are additional announcements and commitments being made, we will release that at the appropriate time in the usual way. What we have demonstrated throughout is an ability and a willingness and enthusiasm to manage the budget in the most responsible way, getting the budget in better nick at the same time as we help Australians with the cost of living and invest in a more resilient economy in uncertain times. People should expect the same kind of responsible, methodical approach that we've taken in the first 3 years to apply going forward as well. And it's that responsible approach that has engineered the biggest ever single-term improvement in the budget. It's that responsible approach that delivered 2 surpluses for the first time in almost 2 decades and halved the deficit this year, got this year's Liberal debt down by $177 billion, saving Australians $60 billion in debt interest. And I mention all of that because it is a reminder that we have found room in the budget to make the sort of commitments which are so important to help people who are doing it tough, to invest in a more resilient economy and build Australia's future.